Brazil on Brazil crime going down to Vincente Luque taking on RDA. And both these guys, they're all action fighters. They're warriors. They go out there and put it down every time. And I'm a big fan of both these guys. RDA has been one of my favorite fighters for a long time, even before I started doing breakdown and predictions videos. And guy that, I've been betting for a long time too. And he's came through for me a lot of occasions. So I do have a slight bias towards RDA, but this fight, man, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Vincente Luque hasn't fought in quite a while. He wasn't cleared to fight because he had a lot of kind of scary issues after the Jeff Neal fight. He had some brain bleeding issues and concussion-like symptoms, and we know the type of fighter that Luque is, the damage that he's taken. So that's a little bit scary, and hopefully he's ready to go. He could take a shot. He's not going to get knocked out off one punch and potentially, create more harm for himself. But the fact that his coaches, his family, the UFC, everyone is allowing him to get back in there, I think he's going to be looking like the old Luque again and hopefully refreshed off the layoff, and he'll come back good. So that's what I'm going to bank my prediction off of. In RDA, he moved to 170 in his last fight. He fought Brian Barberena in his return fight to 170 after he was trying to go back to 155 and go on a title run and lost to Fiziev. And I've heard him say now that he's just trying to have fun fights, which that kind of leads me to question his motivation and how hungry he is. But he did dominate Barberena, who isn't on his level, and he submitted him in the second round with a rear naked choke. But this is a much more difficult fight, obviously, with Vincente Luque. And, one thing that RDA does have, or I guess two things that he does have that Vincente Luque struggles with historically, is he's a southpaw. And if you look at Luque, the guy does not see right hooks coming from southpaws or straight left hands. He gets hit like right on the button every time. It's pretty crazy. But, that's an advantage for RDA, and then the wrestling and the grappling, you should have a big advantage there. But one thing about RDA is the guy is a come-forward fighter. He's someone that gets in your face. He doesn't back up. If you watch all his fights, he's controlling the center of that octagon, and he's trying to bully you. And when you back him up, or a fighter can back him up, he's going to have a rough night. And that's not the type of style you want to have to beat a Vincente Luque, man. To beat Vincente Luque, you want to have a style like the ones we saw from Bilal, where you're moving around on the outside, using that louder movement, then pulling him into takedowns, taking him down, controlling him on top. Or if you could really use your power like Jeff Neal and move around and then touch him with big shots and get him hurt where he gets dropped and finished, or his volume and his pressure are not as impactful because he's so damaged. But I just don't see, unless RDA can land a big head kick or something, which is possible because he does have a nice left high kick. I don't know if his hands are going to be enough to really hurt Luque and really make him want to back up. I think he's going to be the smaller guy, and he's not necessarily the type of fighter, RDA, that gets takedowns on guys that are pressuring forward on him. It's going to be, he's going to have to time some takedowns early, and I think he could maybe get a few doubles, but it's not his game to get takedowns that way. He wants to get takedowns through pressuring you, getting you to think about the strength from him, and then when you go, he level changes and takes you down. And if he tries to get in these firefights in the pocket with Luque to open up the takedown attempts, I just don't know if that's going to end well for him. I think Luque is the bigger guy with more firepower. He's faster at this stage in his career. RDA is getting more hittable, and obviously his defense is on another level in comparison to Luque. He's way more defensively responsible. I just don't know if he has the power to ding Luque up enough to get that respect. And I feel like 5 rounds, Luque is going to be walking him down, and RDA may be able to use his wrestling and grappling early. I just don't think he's going to finish Luque. I don't think he's going to do much significant damage, and I think that Luque is eventually going to start to defend more and more of the takedowns. You're not going to see RDA get tired and wilt because that's not what he does, but I just think Luque is going to put more and more damage on him, and RDA's wrestling is going to be kind of ineffective. I think his striking is going to be less and less effective too as he starts to take damage and kind of go into a more defensive shell because he's getting hit so much. And I do feel like Luque is going to get him out of there. I think Luque will get him out of there in the 4th or the 5th, maybe the 3rd. And it could be a decision too. I mean, RDA has not been taken out by very many fighters, but I just feel like Luque with the pressure, the leg kicks of Luque, and I think eventually he's going to start to will RDA a little bit with the damage that he puts on RDA. And I think RDA is a proud guy, man, that likes to stick in the pocket. He's not going to back up and, give in. And I think that unless his wrestling is just so much on another level to Luque's that he can hold him down for 5 straight rounds or a large majority of the fight, I just think that Luque is going to start to get to him and get the better of it eventually. So I am leaning towards the Luque side. Obviously, all those issues with the brain bleeding and all that, it kind of makes it a little bit of a more interesting proposition that he's going to win and makes RDA definitely more viable. But I'm still going to go with Luque here, and I'll say he wins via 4th round KO TKO. But there you have it, guys. It's a full card breakdown predictions video for UFC Vegas 78. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something from this breakdown. As far as my play of the week and my most confident pick goes, for my most confident pick, I'll say it's Josh Fremd. And for the play of the week, I'll go with Josh Fremd and Damon Blackshear. So thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate everyone that watches it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm actually pretty confident on quite a few bets that I have on this fight card. I got 8 bets. So go to patreon.com/MMAPredictionGuru, get access to that, make some money, man. We've been really killing it recently on the bets. So everyone that comes over, I expect you guys to like the product. And there's going to be Bellator this week. There's going to be like 17 or 18 fights. So that's going to be broken down over there as well. Couple other promotions. ACA is doing a show. EFC. Maybe I'll get to those if I have time. And I'm going to have quite a few bets, man, this week. And I'm going to be looking to make some money for you guys, for myself. If you like the channel, go support it at patreon.com/MMAPredictionGuru. Hit the like button on this video. Let's try to get 250 likes, 500 likes, 1,000 likes. I mean, everyone that's listening to my voice right now, hit the like button. It's free. It's easy. Just touch it. And put a comment down below. Let's try to get some more comments, more interaction. I would really appreciate it. Share the video. And let's try to get the most views possible for this video, because I feel like I'm giving you guys good information. I'm one of the best handicappers on Bet MMA Tips. I feel like I'm one of the best predictors and people giving betting advice on YouTube. And I feel like more people need to see it and more people need access to these sort of videos rather than some other videos that aren't giving as good of advice. So, yeah, man, share this video out. Comment down below. Like it. Let's try to blow it up. And really appreciate everyone listening, and I'll talk to you guys later.